And as far as people ask about embracing the Power Rangers and all that stuff, it's what I did. People are like, oh, you ever embarrassed of, you know, I'm like, dude, no. I mean, it was a job, you know what I mean? And it was a fun job. And now all the fans are actually old enough to speak for themselves versus just being a kid. Mom, be quiet. You know, we don't understand this Power Ranger stuff. When Power Rangers first came out, no one really knew what it was. You know, when I auditioned for it, just imagine me auditioning for the role of the Green Ranger. Zordon is the character's name. I have no clue who Zordon is. Then, all right, well, let me tell you what we're doing here. Zordon's a floating head. A what? A floating head? What kind of movie is this? You know what I mean? And so different rangers. So I thought I was going to be like a forest ranger. I'm not, honestly, I thought it was the Green Forest Ranger, you know, like gonna, you know, work with Smokey the Bear and die out fires and, you know, and then when I got the role, it was just like, kind of weird going to set and seeing all this stuff, but at the same time, kind of cool. I sat back and said, I think this is going to do well. I went to all the agencies when I booked this show and had 40 episodes. Every Hollywood agent said, this show's not going nowhere. This show's not going nowhere. And the show ended up, one girl, people ask me how it is to work with Saban. I like Saban, so no offense. Business. But one girl, Margaret Loesch, gave Haim Saban a chance. 40 episodes, I'll buy 40 episodes, we'll exchange the toy deals, you do this, you do that. So Haim got so big that he bought Fox. You know, he paid off Fox, he bought the whole Fox Studios, so he owned it. And then from my understanding, I know it's not rumors, from my understanding, Haim ended up firing Margaret Loesch from the spot that she gave him a chance to. And it was just, you know, business oriented, but it was weird. You know, Margaret gave us a chance, Fox did, and then if you saw Saban, everything, the passion of the show, everything got bigger but less attention on set. That's why I kind of left. The producers weren't there. Nobody came to say you guys did a good job. Everything got bigger, but everything got bigger over here. Saban's building grew in Beverly Hills, and it grew higher and higher on Wilshire, and the name Saban was across the building, and that's great, but we didn't do anything else. Yes, I did Sweet Valley High, and I crossed, you know, and yes, Saban did Mask Rider and Cybertron that I, you know, started that show with the Green Ranger stuff. So they did other stuff, but Saban doesn't do other movies. They have billions of dollars, and the reason why is just Hollywood doesn't really want to work with Saban, and that's not in a bad way. It's just Saban's kind of in his own Power Ranger world. So he sold it to Disney for, you know, $1 billion or whatever, and then bought the franchise back for hardly anything to build it up again. But I still think, everything I just said was Saban. Anyway, I still think Saban, as a business thing, should take the Green Ranger, revamp the Green Ranger costume to like a Batman-ish type of style movie, put me in it, make a Dark Knight series for 25-year-olds, action film, just really awesome, you know? That's what I think they should do, because they need to captivate the 25 to 30-year-olds and the little kids. Right now they're going after the little kids, but you have to understand, what are little kids doing now? They're watching Netflix, they're trying to catch up the whole seasons of Power Rangers. And then they're saying, they meet me and they go, cool, can we meet your son? Tommy? Sure, no problem at all. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, they're starting to, you know, and they're just watching again, so Saban needs to do, I'm filming a few things myself. Trent can help me edit. So. I'm filming a few things myself that's going to be pretty cool, and you know, things like that. So we'll keep you hanging. We'll let you know what it's called, but I think you guys really like it and stuff like that. So, yes, Trent.
I have a question. So you have another fight scheduled?
Well, I do want to fight next year. This year, this is my 6th weekend at cons. And so I want to, you know, I do want to fight next year. I talked to a few people. I want to do a really good stand-up fight though first. I want to do like a K1-ish, so we can't go to the ground and smush me, try to smush me like cheese. And so I want to do a good, you know, but I want some time to train. You know, I trained with David and Silverback over there, and I was doing great, and then I had the injury, this bicep tear. So when you have, you know, it's like injuries. And at AFO, my back hurt like super bad. And so people are like, oh man, what'd you do, man? Were you like, you know, did you jump off your dragon sword? Did you fight? I mean, what was it, man? Were you skydiving? And I was like, no, not really. Tammy just sat on my back to rub my shoulders, and when I went to get up, I'm like, that was bad though. I was like, you know, and then it went away in a couple days, but you know, injuries stink, you know? But when you get injured, it's the stupidest thing, like you sneeze, you know, and you probably get injured, Trent, people are like, man, were you weightlifting? Were you bench pressing a bus? What were you doing, man? Like, No, I just tripped off a curb, you know? And that's what happens with injuries. That's what happens sometimes, so, yes.
Whenever you were like started the show, did you ever think like, oh, we're gonna do a movie like that? What was your thoughts whenever like they did a theatrical movie?
Dude, you got the wrong shirt on, first of all. All right, you got Batman, Green Lantern. I don't see no Power Ranger on that shirt right there. Well, yeah, you told him, and you don't even have a Power Ranger shirt on. What are you talking about? Huh? Doesn't matter, dude. You're like, I told him to wear the Power Ranger. I didn't wear one, but anyway, we did the movie came out, and we heard we're doing a feature film. It was great. I'm not necessarily too fond of seeing my face that big on screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see yourself and you see all your flaws, and it's like, poof, you know. And anything you do in life, you know, you're like, poof, oh, he got bigger. Poof, oh, he got fatter. Poof, oh, he got skinnier. You know, it's just constantly like updating you. But when I heard the movie was around, I was like, that's cool. But then I didn't like the fact that they wanted to replace all the actors with top actors like Michael Keaton and you know, weird stuff like that. So when I heard that, I was thinking, well, if Michael Keaton did film, I'm probably going to sneak on set, flying sidekick, and go to jail. Well, anyway, so so when I was thinking all that stuff, it just was weird to me because I told everybody that you just can't fool the kids. Kids are people you just can't fool. You see, when the Green Ranger left, all the kids called Fox. This is no lie. All the kids called Fox and said that, you know, probably Jenna's age, say that mom's just saying, he's not eating. He's not eating, thank you. And they're like, what are you talking? Green Ranger's off the show. He's really just freaking out. So everybody did like this petition. So I was doing Cybertron, and Fox came back, and Savant said, hey man, I think we're gonna put you back on the show. I said, oh, why? You know, I kind of want to do Cybertron. And good move anyway. See, God works in good ways. And so they said, well, you know, kids are calling saying they're not eating, and I was like, what? I was like, why? You know, and then they talked about it, and then, but yeah, you can't fool the kids. You can't put someone else in the costume and kids are like, oh, it's the White Ranger, you know what I mean? So I think the kids are the one that made the movies. Now, Batman, you can replace Batman, you know, for us. It's like, yeah, one Batman, another Batman. Never understood Bewitched, you probably don't even know the show, but they replaced the husband, right? It made her look weird, like, oh, she got another guy in the house, you know? And I didn't understand as a kid. I was like watching it, one episode, the reruns here, and then another. It's just, you know, they tried replacing people, like with me, like Andros, trying to get a guy with long hair, and, you know, that didn't work. You know, they went for the similar kind of look, you know, let's get a guy with long hair, and the kids won't know. But anyway, so, yeah, so it was weird. When the movie came out, it was kind of cool, you know, big. Movies are very slow to film, and, yeah, just big.
Is that like a great country or something? You're just like,
Being an actor was, yeah, definitely.
the show was like, wow.
Yeah, doing the movie, but you know what? Was it James Manfield's daughter that played the first Delcia? Something like that. She's on some TV show now. We filmed the whole movie with one girl. Oh, you guys are leaving my panels that boring, huh? No. You heard all the stories? All right. You didn't hear this story. Anyway, so we filmed with this girl that was Delcia, the original Delcia on the show. We filmed, got rid of her. Got in another Delcia. Cut all that. This is a lot of money to film. Got rid of this girl, James Manfield's daughter, if I'm saying it right. I don't know, she's on some show now. She played Delcia. Film, cut her. Ended up hiring the original Delcia back. Right? And then we had to film, everything all over. Then Fox is like, well, we got a great idea. Let's take your visors and your mouthpiece out of your helmet. So we filmed, no visor, no mouthpiece. And we're standing in the street. Of course, I was blocking people's light and everything, joking around. And I was like, dude, do I look dumb? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, you look dumb too. You know? It was one of those things like, I mean, come on. Like, you don't see my identity? You know, it was like, it just looked weird. And we filmed, cut, went back to the original. Fox didn't understand the language of Power Rangers. I told you all before. My wife sends me to get a coffee. I'll go to Whataburger and get a coffee, but it's not good enough because it's Starbucks. Starbucks has their own language. I don't even want to order a coffee from Starbucks. Like, vente, latte, no this, no that. Just say a coffee. Well, I'll take a small. Is that a vente or whatever? Do a small. The smallest one you got. Why does that have to be so confusing? So Fox didn't understand the Power Ranger language, and they just tried all these different things, wasted all this different money. Someone asked me about the command center. Yeah, we built that. Man, that was $200,000. We built the set, destroyed it in one day. That's all I remember of it. Because, you know, we filmed, oh, Zora did all the episodes, and then, just